Pastors, Consul General, honored guests, friends, neighbors, and dear congregation. Liebe Gemeinde, ich heiße Sie alle nochmals herzlich willkommen zur 70-Jahresfeier der Martin Luther Kirche hier in Toronto. We are fortunate to have many guests joining us today, and we would like to invite 5 or maybe 4 of our supporters to come to the podium in a moment. We will also have a special unveiling followed by a group photo. And then we can all be released to descend upon the delights of the Christmas market and bazaar downstairs. But first, I would like to please welcome Ms. Jocelyn Sommerfeld, Council President of the Martin Luther Church.
Thank you. So, on behalf of Council, we would really like to thank you all for attending and celebrating with us today. I look forward to seeing you at the Christmas market in a few minutes. Support for each other comes in many ways. We need and cherish your volunteerism, your expertise, your guidance, your history, and your financial contributions. Each of the leaders that will speak next have stepped up to help build a better community. Thank you.
All right, don't go anywhere, Jocelyn. I need your moral support back home. This congregation was founded by German-speaking immigrants to Toronto. Almost all of them fled poverty and the ravages of World War II, with or without their families. Cultural and consular support have helped tie us together. We appreciate Dr. Wagner-Mitchell, Consul General of Germany in Toronto, and I really appreciate that you can join us today. Wir bedanken uns, dass Sie heute mit uns feiern kommen. Bitte kommen Sie gerne hoch. Consul General, Consul staff, and MC staff have been active participants and are being here. We are grateful that you have supported us in your work in Toronto, but also thankful for being your guests on many occasions and for your support for our sister congregation in Ottawa as well.
Much for this kind introduction, and I'm delighted to be joining you here together with my family today for the very first time. We arrived in Toronto in August, so not that long ago, and we were welcomed with open arms everywhere, and so many people helped us to settle in here. Before we came here, we lived for 5 years in southern Africa. And it was a bit strange to hear the jingle bells playing in the supermarkets whilst it was 25, 30 degrees outside. We were unwrapping our Christmas presents in shorts and t-shirts. So we are very happy that we are now back somewhere where we can kind of relive our traditional experience of Christmas here. Although we do have to get used to the weather a little bit again. But many nice things are possible here. Like yesterday, we went to a probably well-known to you Polish supermarket where we stocked up with spekulatius and Lebkuchen. So we are very happy to spend our Advent time here, and especially happy to be here today in this church, hearing some familiar songs, seeing the Advent come, so that is very nice. And I think especially in turbulent times where so much around us is changing, when many things that we took for granted are no longer as we know them, I think especially in these times it's very important to have these places where we can come together, where we can unite, where we can reflect on our values such as peace and freedom and solidarity and support each other. And being here at the Consul General in Ontario, in Canada and Toronto, we feel so much like-mindedness with our Canadian friends here. We share so many values, and I sense in all the conversations that I'm having that there is a wish to work closer together. And I think we can all contribute to that. And your community, your congregation is a place where we cultivate this German-Canadian friendship, and where we also keep up the German traditions here, the German language, and that is very, very nice. And I think, picking on the motto of today, I think you are all really living stones of this German-Canadian friendship, and the church is a cornerstone of this, our German-Canadian relations. So big thank you to the church who has filled this place here with life and this German-Canadian friendship for 70 years now, and especially those who fill it with life today. I thank you so much once again for welcoming us here, and I wish us all a very happy Advent. Vielen Dank.
It's hard to imagine a faithful Christian congregation that does not also care about the health and welfare of our neighbors. Please welcome Mrs. Jennifer Ardon, Refugee Resettlement Manager of Canadian Lutheran World Relief. Charity is not just about giving support to our community, but of course the global community as well.
It's an honor to be here. I don't know if you know me, but maybe I've worked with some of you over the years. I see some familiar faces. I'm Jennifer Ardon, and I've been with Canadian Lutheran World Relief for 13 years now, and God willing, many, many more. I'm here to bring you greetings from Canadian Lutheran World Relief, and congratulations on an amazing 70 years of ministry. Thank you so much, Martin Luther Church, for your many years of partnership and supporting the work of Canadian Lutheran World Relief, both overseas with our development and humanitarian work, as well as with Refugee Resettlement, which is near and dear to my heart. Over the past decade that we've worked together, we have sponsored many Syrian refugees and some Eritrean refugees. Through our support, these refugees have found safety, welcome, and a new home in Canada after fleeing war and persecution. And I think it's important to note that, especially during these turbulent times where many countries are closing their doors on refugees, the work of welcoming refugees is even more important than before. So thank you so much for your open arms and your welcoming. I'm also grateful to Martin Luther Church for their work in refugee advocacy. I don't know if you know this, but a few years ago they wrote letters to the members of Parliament when their refugee sponsorship cases were exceedingly delayed. And they hosted a community information event on refugee sponsorship, which was followed by an amazing refugee meal to share with the whole community. So your work with refugees and the community is a light in these dark times. So thank you so much. I look forward to many more years of shared ministry and continued partnership in welcoming refugees. Thank you.
Please welcome Mr. Ron Meyer, Board of Directors of Etobicoke Childcare. Everybody knows Ron. He's been a valuable volunteer in our church for decades. He has worn many, many hats. He's done all of the roles, filled done many jobs for us. And these days, he helps oversee the daycare and the kindergarten.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, my name is Ron Mayer. I'm on the board of directors for Martin Luther Childcare. Currently, I'm secretary, and I'd like to speak on behalf of them and our executive director, Kathy O'Toole. I've been on the board for about 3 years now, and I was recruited by one of our church members, our treasurer, Astrid Dano. So this little speech here will be just an introduction to our relationship with Martin Luther Church. Martin Luther Child Care offers 2 licensed non-for-profit child care centers and is governed by a volunteer board of directors. Technically, there's 2 centers, one at 5 Superior and one in the lower level of the church. We offer high-quality, accessible, and inclusive programs and services for children aged 18 months to 12 years between the two locations, and there's about 68 children in total from the local area that attend. Over the years, Martin Luther Evangelical Lutheran Church introduced this non-profit child care center to the community in 1970, a long time ago, and started to care for 26 children in the neighborhood. It started with a lilac tree. The idea for the child care originally came to Martin Luther Church congregation under Pastor Eberhard Schwantes, with the mission to give the neighborhood children a safe place to play. So the vacant house at 5 Superior Avenue was purchased in order to create a child care center. The Martin Luther Child Care has seen generations of children grow up within its walls. The organization has grown with them, and the community over the years steadily increasing in numbers and adding programs for more age groups since 1970. So in 2001, it became incorporated as a nonprofit, and then in 2021, the child care updated through their bylaws, and we changed our name to Martin Luther Child Care. So throughout the years, we've certainly had our share of both trials and tribulations. In October 23, we had a major fire requiring a complete rebuild. Fortunately, no one was hurt. In 2020, we, along with the rest of the world, navigated through COVID. And in 2024, both locations had a major flood requiring major restoration and work. And also in 2024, just prior to that, we did a complete major renovation just weeks before the flood and expanded its programs and services in the basement of the church by adding a new preschool program for 16 children for ages 2.5 to 4 years of age. So in final, while we've had a lot of changes over the past 55 years, the constant has been the valuable and mutual supportive relationship between the church and the child care. The values and the mission of each of the organization are aligned in both to thrive together in the shared space. Child care would not be here today without the ongoing support of the church and the dedication and commitment of the council and the church, the congregation, members over the years. So on behalf of the Child Care Board, staff and children and their families, we're always grateful for everything and look forward to a continued relationship and what the future has to hold for both of us. Okay, thank you.
We are grateful for Mr. Robert Sharkey, Food Bank Coordinator from the West Mimico United Church, being here today. As the saying goes, some closed doors open up others. Without the volunteers from Mimico United Church operating with us, we would not have the means or the drive to operate a food bank and a public kitchen here. We are grateful.
Wesley Mimico United Church is honored to congratulate Martin Luther Evangelical Lutheran Church on its 70th anniversary. We celebrate 70 years of steadfast service to God, to congregation, and community. Wesley Mimico United Church is blessed by your generosity, sharing your sanctuary with us and your fellowship in drumming, bowls and blessings, and other outreach. We especially appreciate your support of our food bank that enables us to deliver food to 100 local and vulnerable families each month. Thank you so much, and God bless.
We might have another speaker in a moment, but first, I think it might be time for we invite the Schweigers one by one to come up in a moment. So, 70 years of operation for Untitled Church has been a marathon of hope, and we are still running. Let's welcome Mrs. Schweiger to make a special presentation. Edith has done it all. She is a marathoner, past president, lay preacher, guiding spirit, champion of many causes, friend to all, mother partner, the congregation's bundle of energy.
I was supposed to say exactly 3 sentences. Luckily, our next speaker isn't here yet. Therefore, I'm allowed to elaborate as long as I want to. I'm trying to make it funny so that you don't get bored. The pastor said earlier in the service that sometimes people die, and yet they live on in our church because they were living stones. They were here. They left a mark in our hearts. They left a mark in painted walls or donated windows. There's so much that has happened in 70 years. And one of these living stones, that actually a family of living stones, donated a huge amount of money. And this is why I'm going to tell you a story of a miracle. Because we, as council at that time, were with our backs against the wall. I'm going to look at Martin somewhere in here, our treasurer at that time. The two of us are sitting in my kitchen, and there's no money. The only thing we have is hope. And we know that we want to change this building to make it more livable for this generation, to invite more people to make it happen. Yet there's no money. So what do? We pray, we go to council, we get totally energized, we do a billion things. Nothing works. Until one day, I get a call from a United Church, a German United Church that is closing, of 10 people. They had found us through our ministry, through everything we do. We kept the German alive, but we are also English. We are the Canadians here. We have outreach programs, we have music, we have everything that congregation was looking for to ensure that their money that they would donate to a congregation, that was us. They found us. Through a link with families. 1 week after that conversation, when I talked about us and kind of sent more documents, this is what we want to do. We had just had a service, I came home, I get a phone call, and the lady on the other end tells me, Iris, we have decided to donate $500,000 to your congregation so that you can move forward with your renovations. And that's exactly what happened. I didn't say a word because I couldn't. I did not know what to say. And she goes, are you still there? And I'm like, yeah, I just don't know what to say right now. So we hung up because that was it. Now comes the second part of the miracle. I am about to call Martin because this is just such an amazing news. But I opened my computer first. I don't know why. And the very first message that comes in says, Wunder, miracle. I'm like, what? Like, how does our, at that time, health pastor in between, like, Annika coming here, Gerhard Hiller, how does he know what happened? No, he had no idea what happened. What he was trying to do is send me a message to ask me to help him preach about miracles. And I'm like, yes, I'm there. So the following Sunday, you heard it on the radio because it was during COVID times. I preached with Gerhard Hiller, our wonderful pastor who always helps us out when we need him. So you might have heard that. But going back, is Lee here yet? No. Okay, I can keep talking. Sorry. Because this is why I'm actually here. Give me a second. We decided, as a church, to honor this brilliant wonderful, huge donation with a plaque. The wording, we got help with, the family aided us in putting it together. You will find it in a couple of days' time once Dan, the man who does most of our maintenance and who's behind us, he will actually put it on the wall right behind him. So one day when you come back, actually hopefully many days, just have a look and honor the people that are behind this plaque. The family Mandau and Cook Farming, who have been cornerstones, have been stones, living stones of this congregation and their family for 70 years. Thank you.
We are honored that Ms. Fairclough, our member of Provincial Parliament for Etobicoke-Lakeshore, has agreed to address us today. Ms. Fairclough has a fascinating background. She has ties to members of our congregation and can speak to many, many matters, perhaps also including the importance of teamwork. So we always, in a congregation, one always knows that one needs to step up and take on leadership roles. We appreciate yours.
It's just wonderful to be here, and thank you for that kind introduction. And, again, congratulations on celebrating so many years in this community and all of the important work that you do. I have to say I feel acquainted with the work you do because I actually swim with Iris, and so she is like one of the best people to talk about the amazing work you do. She shares it with us after practice, and we know what's happening. So it's just wonderful, and I give a lot of thanks for everything that you do for our community. I also wanted to say that my colleague, MP James Maloney, had also hoped to be here today. He was called to Ottawa yesterday. There's been a lot, if you've been watching the news, there's been a lot happening federally as well. So he asked that I also express his good wishes to all of you on this special celebration. When I work at Queen's Park, my critic roles, I'm a member of the Liberal Caucus, and the roles that I lead are in hospitals, mental health, addictions, and homelessness. And these are issues that we certainly address a lot when we're at Queen's Park, and I worry a lot about the increased ability for people to afford to live in the way they want to, the cost of housing, the cost of food. I think that we called on the government for a strategy to end homelessness. And I think that, when I think about the work that all of you do in this community, I know that it makes a difference to addressing those concerns that people will have. And I encourage you to continue to do that important work, because I feel it's a time when people need that kind of support more than ever. And so with that, I am going to present this certificate to you formally. And thank you. Yeah, we're going in the right direction. And it says, as a member of the Provincial Parliament for Etobicoke-Lakeshore, I congratulate Martin Luther Evangelical Lutheran Church on your 70th anniversary. For 7 decades, this church has stood as a place of faith, fellowship, and service. It has welcomed families across generations, offered comfort in difficult times, and fostered a spirit of compassion that reaches far beyond its walls. Today, we celebrate your history, but we also celebrate your continued impact and the hopeful future that lies ahead. I extend my warmest congratulations on this special anniversary, and may the next 70 years be filled with continued growth, unity, and blessings.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fairclough. We have a nice group up here now, so we're going to take a nice group photo in just one moment. But before we do, today is a celebration of the past, but also the future. Look, there's more of the future arriving any moment coming up now. I love it. Let's welcome a member of council, Ms. Sonja Schweiger, to tell us about what is happening next. Sonja is kind energetic, well-organized, cherished, friendly, giving spirituals, just like her.
Alright, I have the absolute joy and privilege to officially welcome you to our second part of the day, our open house and our Christmas market. If you have one of these pages, if you picked one up at the front, this is going to be your guide for the afternoon from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We have both levels of our building on this handout, which will show you the way downstairs to our Christmas market. You're also able to explore some other areas, the Wesley Mimico United Food Bank room. You can take a look at where that's located, along with the new daycare preschool room, which is also open for you to take a peek into. In the foyer, we have a reception, and up here we will also have a history display with some crafting, some photo opportunities, Christmas play lined up. So be sure to look at the map and explore all of the different areas. We ask that you kind of find your own way, do it at your own pace, so that not everybody is in the same space at one time, and that people can get different kinds of food at different times, and we're not all waiting in line for sausages all at once. Yeah, also outside, check that out. I'm not sure if the weather is playing nice with us right now, but there may also be, yes, a big thumbs up, perfect. No. Okay. Well,
outside of the barbecue.
There is a barbecue.
Sausages are done.
Sausages, fantastic. All right, and so I won't say any more, because we would like to take just one group photo of all of your smiling faces, and I think Council's having a quick picture up here, and then this entrance and the front entrance is open for you to disperse and explore everything we have to offer today. Thank you so much for being here.